Were you once that really creative person that had all the hobbies, that had all the different creative gadgets? You had the knitting tools, crochet hooks, the paints, and everything. And then life came at you like truckcoon, and now all of a sudden you are desperate to find that spark. I know that feeling. I've been there. Let's talk about how I got out and how it transformed my art. Hey, everybody. My name is Bethany. I am the Creative Pyxie. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. If not, welcome. I've gotten new gadgets. I've gotten my space a little cleaned up. It looks a little bit more decorative. I have a mic now. I'm going to try not to blow you guys' ears off. I'm still working and trying to figure out exactly how far it has to be and things like that. Today's topic is going to be the first card in my Oracle deck that I've made, which is going to be a moons deck. So there's going to be 4 moons, but it's just going to be a moons Oracle deck. And the first card of the deck is going to be the pink moon card. It is the full moon for April, and it goes by many names. It goes by the pink moon, the egg moon, the fish moon. It's basically one of the first full moons of spring. Well, no, it is actually the first full moon of spring because the full moon in March doesn't always hit before spring equinox. So we'll just say it's the first full moon of spring. This full moon brings a lot of different energies. It brings a creative energy, it brings a awakening energy, and it brings a reflective energy. Basically, it's a really, really good time for anybody to set intentions. You definitely want to sit and meditate and reflect on things of the past, let those go, come to those truths, come to those awakenings, set those intentions, and let the creativity that it's feeling feel those intentions. That way you can put those intentions into action. And that's what I wanted this card to really embody. Even though the only thing that's reflecting is the moon, I wanted that as an intentional thing. I wanted the girl to be looking at the reflection of the moon, not of herself, because sometimes you're not reflecting on you, you're reflecting on the situations in the world around you and how those things are making you feel. You are coming out or awakening out of that winter fog, shedding off like that old layer of sluggishness that you were feeling, and now you are in full bloom. We are in spring. This is the time to really be feeling that energy of let's get it done. When I do finish it and I got everything illustrated and printed, and I'll be documenting that whole process so others out there can find resources on how it works and what you need to do. I've done a little research myself, and ah, don't know what that was. I had to sneeze and it didn't want to come out. It got trapped. Ah, it tried to get me, y'all. It tried to get me. Let's go back and talk about how, while working on this card, how it affected me and helped me come to an awakening of my own that really boosted my creativity. So, you guys hear me gush about my husband all the time, but this is actually my second marriage. My first was so underhandedly toxic that I didn't even know that I was in a toxic relationship for the longest time. Granted, it started when I was really young and I kind of grew up in it, and I really thought that that's what my life was going to be. It was normal. I was in a position where I was everything for everybody but myself. And I even had a worse relationship with my faith at the time. It was really hard to go and worship and go and live my life feeling like everything I was doing was on the surface. I was doing things because society told me that this is what I had to do as a woman. I wasn't even traditional. If you couldn't tell, I am not the traditional type. Not in the least bit. But because of how I was raised, I can't even say how I was raised because I wasn't raised in a traditional sense. I was very much raised in a faith that had very traditional values, though. Those traditional values that faith had really settled in on me because I was drawn to things that the faith said was evil. Can you imagine being raised in an environment where everything you love, everything that you're drawn to, everything that you feel passionate about is some way, shape, or form it's evil? Poor little baby me, I was a wreck. Internally, I was a wreck, but I masked heavy and I grew to live with that mask on full time. I don't know if anybody saw me without that mug on for real. And because I wore it constantly, nobody knew how I was feeling deep down inside. No one knew that every day was not torture. It eventually felt torturous, but no one knew that every day I was in a struggle to keep on being this perfect version of what this faith's wife and mother and woman was supposed to be. That's what I was doing my best to portray. That was the mask that I was wearing 24/7. And it started to crack. And I started to look for my creative outlets again. Because before, I was creating characters. I was drawing. I was writing stories for my characters and everything. Way back in DeviantArt days, DeviantArt. For the most part, I had that creative outlet, and that was my anchor. That was my release to some sort of normalcy for what I was hiding behind the mask. Eventually it got to the point to where I didn't have the time to do that anymore. So I was wearing the mask without doing what I needed to do to feel relief from wearing the mask. And then the next thing I knew, years went by and I wasn't drawing, I wasn't writing, I didn't have any kind of creative. I started knitting. That was the only little bit of creative outlet I had. But even that, whenever I would do anything creative, my ex would find some way to get in between it because I don't know. He didn't like it when I was not paying attention to him. It's really weird. I see it now. I didn't see it then. After a while, I found Amino and I would role play. I found this great group in which I was role playing with, and we all had real big fun in our Naruto and My Hero communities. And after a while, even that was an issue. That whole situation was the start of the mask breaking. The more I tried to hold on to that little bit of release, that little bit of some kind of normalcy for that inner part of me that I had been hiding, I knew deep down inside that I was bi. I knew deep down inside that I loved so many different fantastical and occult things like my crystals and my tarot cards, and I loved all these things and I was interested in these things. But every time I brought up something of those natures to kind of hint, oh, that's evil, oh, that's disgusting, oh, why would you get tired of hearing that these things that you have a passion for are such horrible things that you start to internalize that and you start to feel horrible and disgusting. While drawing this card, I was reflecting on all those different things and why my art has shifted, because back then I was trying to draw, I don't even know how to explain it. I was trying to draw, think Narnia. I was trying to make my world very Narnia, and it still didn't hit for me. It wasn't working, and of course that made the mask crack more, and it was more things that led to that awakening in which I just dropped the mask and I left. I moved on. I couldn't do it anymore. And it was hard. It was so hard. And I reflected on all those different things while I was drawing this card, and it made me think about my channel and you guys, and about what I want to get out of these things, and who do I want to reach, and why do I want to reach the people I want to reach. And it just eventually clicked. I want to reach the people who were in these positions. I know I'm not the only one. I know there are people out there who feel trapped or put in a box by society. They shouldn't. They feel as if they are evil, or they are bad, or they are going to be punished for liking the things that they like, when in all reality, that's not always the case. And I say that's not always the case. Do not misconstrue my words. We all know there are things out there that are bad, and they will be punished because they are bad things. But things like fairies, witches, warlocks, fantasy, things like, ooh, ice cream truck. I want some ice cream now. I wonder if you guys could hear that. The ice cream truck always comes super late here, and it's 8 o'clock. Why are you coming at 8 o'clock at night? It's hot all day. Why are you coming with your ice cream truck when people are going to bed? That is not helpful. All that aside, the people that I want to help are the people who feel that whimsical, loving magic, feeling like just because they have an attraction to crystals, or they have an attraction to oracle decks, or they have an attraction to tarot cards, or they have an attraction to things that other people might not understand, that they are evil, or that they are wicked, or that they are bad, and that they will be punished. When there's so much more to this life, we have so many more issues to figure out in this world that has become so incredibly hateful and just heavy and hard to be in over the years. And a lot of times people are like, well, what do you mean? That's not a big deal. There is a group, a large majority of people who feel like these things are a big deal. They feel like these things are demonic, and these things are horrible, and that these things are going to corrupt children, when in all reality, isn't that what Santa Claus is? Tell me Santa Claus isn't an elf. Those are the people I want to reach. Those are the people that I want to show with my art that you are loved. There are other people like you. This community is built on people who love others for them being them. We judge people by their heart. Actions always speak louder than words in my book. And that's the realization that this card has helped me to really find. Combining my art with my own spiritual growth is a way for me to reclaim my freedom. It's a way for me to reclaim all those years I lost worrying and pondering, or just contemplating, am I doing it right? So now I'm free to do what I want. And I want to share that freedom. I want to share that joy. I want to share that light and shine that light for others who might be in situations in dark places where they feel like they might be too old. They might be too adult now to enjoy those things. You're never too old. You're never too young. There's no age limit. There's no personality flaw, personality trait that can keep you from enjoying the things you enjoy and to care about your passions. I just want to help move people along that way. I really hope that once anybody sees this card, that they do take a step back, they reflect, they embrace the creativity, and that they have awakenings of their own. They have those realizations, what brought them where they are now, and what they need to do, what intentions they need to set, what they need to manifest to move forward. That is all from me today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. I want to know what you all think of the card. Talk to me in the comments. What do you think? Do you like her hair? Do you like the moon? Do you not like the moon? Tell me what your intentions are. Tell me what you want to manifest and what goals you have for 2025. I would love to hear back from you all. I'll do my best to reply as soon as I can. In the meantime, between time, mwah, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.